Hi guys, this is so scary. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tiffany. I recently graduated college about 3 to 4 months ago, and I decided to make this YouTube channel to document my journey through medical school, talk about life as a pre-med, and just some other really cool things. Like, I think my life is pretty interesting and I would love to share it with you guys. And today, for our first video, I am going to be talking about things that I wish I knew before getting to college. So for some background, I went to Cornell University where I was a biological sciences major, and I recently graduated in December 2024, a semester early. I just have my laptop here with some of my tips and we're just gonna go through them. This is gonna be good. Okay, starting off, no one cares about your GPA after a certain point. Like, I remember applying to college and thinking your GPA was the biggest thing ever, and it's really not. Unless you are like trying to go into grad school, like med school or law school, or you are trying to get like a super GPA focused job, no one really cares. I think after you reach a certain threshold of, like, maybe for super competitive people, like above a 3.8 and even above a 3.5, like, then the actual number starts to really not matter as much. And so things that are more important, in my opinion, are people skills, the connections you make, even just the vibes that you get at your school. Like, those are going to end up carrying you far more than a specific GPA would. And that's not to say that they don't help, they obviously do, but I think there are better things to focus on in addition to trying to keep up with a good GPA. The second thing is the job hustle starts way before you think. Like, I remember thinking, like, senior year, maybe the summer before senior year, maybe junior spring, which is the last semester of junior year if your school goes by semesters. That was when I thought, like, people really get to hustling and like trying to find jobs and stuff. That couldn't be any further from the truth, especially if you are trying to go to grad school. You will definitely most likely come in already planning the different things that you want. You will probably already be thinking about, of course, GPA, like any test you have to take, like the MCAT or the one that the law students have to take. I forgot what it's called. The LSAT. But you definitely will more than often be thinking about these things way more in advance. People are applying to jobs, internships, postbacks, like these things. If you don't start them at least earlier, you definitely start thinking about them earlier. And so you really kind of always have to be ready, and they don't happen as late as you would think. They definitely do happen, or at least in some ways people begin to get involved in them a lot earlier, which I don't know, that's what it is. My third tip that I wish I knew before beginning college was that your degree is not your identity. Like, I spent 3.5 years being pre-med, being a bio major. Like, that was a really big deal to me, and I have lots of friends who did similar things. Like, one of my really good friends is an entomology major, and that really is a big deal to her. Or people who are in various other majors like business, and that's just who they are. And for me, like, while I was in college, it didn't really feel like anything, but it wasn't until I left college that I realized that it was kind of hard reconciling with who I was outside of school and trying to find my different identity paths outside of being pre-med or whatever else I was, bio. And I think that's really hard. And I think if you go into college with the idea that your degree is not equal to your identity, you are separate from your being a student, I think that really makes a difference, and something I definitely wish I knew earlier, and I would definitely share with people, which I am doing that right now. So, and The last thing I'm gonna share, the last tip that I definitely wish I knew, this one's a little juicy, so let me know if you guys want to follow up, because I have so many good stories about this one. But friendships will change, and that's not always bad. And I know that seems obvious, like duh, like if you're leaving, you know, your hometown, your friendships will change. No, I mean, like, some people are only meant to be in your life in a certain era, and that's okay. Like, I think honestly, approaching graduation, like, these are all things I sort of came to figure out like post grad, so it's like hindsight. Graduation really helped me realize who's really in my corner versus like who's just in your group chat. Like, I went through so many friendship ups and downs, and I have so many specific stories, like juicy stories, that I actually might just make a story time about these, because they are insane and very random. But it's okay to explore new friendships, to meet new people, people that might seem a little out of your circle, people that you might not relate to too much. That is okay. And most importantly, I think it's okay to break off from some people who might be doing you more harm than good. I think it takes a certain level of discernment to figure out who, where, what regarding those type of things, but they are good things to try, and I think we all should make a very conscious effort to do that. It's okay to just let some friendships go, like just let them be, just let it be, like, because sometimes you really do need to branch out, and especially post-grad, once you're not in that bubble of school, you really will come to realize like some people are just there because of what you are able to give them in the moment, and not necessarily because they treasure you as a person or as a friend even. So again, I will probably come out with more story times because I have some juicy stories about that. But those are my tips for things that I wish I knew before beginning college. I honestly have a bunch more, but I don't want to ramble on for too long. So if you guys want to see more videos talking about this type of thing, let me know. This is my very first video, and I'm open to a lot of suggestions from you guys, video ideas, content ideas, day in my life. Like, I'm super open, and thank you so much for sitting through and watching this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.